Russia tomorrow.
Bakhmut is a city in eastern Ukraine. Of its 70,000 inhabitants at the beginning of the war, around 10,000 are reportedly still living there, in ruins, many with no electricity or water. The Battle of Bakhmut has been ongoing since early summer, but during the last month it has turned into the bloodiest battle of this war. Visually, the Battle of Bakhmut is hardly different from the images of the Western Front in World War I. The same scorched earth, the same soldiers stuck in half-frozen mud and facing death. For Europeans, it is Ukraine's Battle of the Somme. In Russia and Ukraine, it brings back the memories of the Battle of Rzhev in World War II in 1942-43, known as the Rzhev meat grinder, with its hundreds of thousands of casualties. The troops fighting in Bakhmut are from Wagner. Prisoners and mobilized soldiers, the personnel that the command feels free to spare, are sent forward to advance. They are chopped down with machine guns and grenade launchers, and then a new detachment appears, having to crawl over the bodies of the dead. And in turn, they too are killed as more troops are brought forward, used like artillery shells. The Russian army in Bakhmut is losing as many as 200 soldiers per day on average, a striking, horrific number. Here is what the commander of a Ukrainian army battalion south of Bakhmut told the newspaper Ukrainskaya Pravda.
A captured Wagnerite told us, "You killed 50 people today, and exactly 50 were brought to replace them by the evening. 100 were killed, they brought 100. They are trying to keep exactly 900 people in the assault force. They are told, people are not a concern."
With little strategic significance for Bakhmut, this battle represents the senselessness and brutality of Putin's war with Ukraine. Bakhmut is the crossroads to the north, to Slavyansk and Kramatorsk in the Donetsk region, which the Russian military has been trying to reach for more than half a year. In addition, the capture of Bakhmut would unblock the rail line to the south, to Melitopol. But still, militarily, the taking of Bakhmut would be unlikely to pave the way for any new Russian advances. As defense analyst Konrad Muzyka of Poland-based Roshan Consulting told the Moscow Times, no one really understands the significance of Bakhmut. No one can really explain why Russians are fighting so ferociously for it. One possible explanation is that for Wagner Group and its commander, Evgeny Prigozhin, no price is too high to demonstrate victory on the battlefield against the failures of regular Russian troops that have been ongoing for many months. Those Ukrainian soldiers fighting to defend Bakhmut believe this is the case.
The story of Bakhmut is purely the story of the Wagner, which has decided to prove to Russian authorities that it has better, higher quality training than the regular Russian army. As if to say, they retreated there from Kherson, but we are holding on here, explains Kristina Kudryava, military spokeswoman for the National Guard's 4th Rapid Response Brigade, which is currently fighting in the Bakhmut region.
And for the price of capturing Bakhmut, Prigozhin is actively paying with the lives of prisoners. They are being called up continuously. At the end of October, a new video emerged that shows how Prigozhin is recruiting prisoners in one of Russia's prisons. The numbers run into the thousands. As was published by the news website Mediazona, in September and October of this year, the number of prisoners held in Russia dropped by 23,000. Prisoners have the lowest chances of survival in this war. The horrifying punishment of Evgeny Nuzhin has already been seen around the world. Here is what one prisoner in Wagner said after he surrendered, if we can believe one of the Ukrainian Telegram channels.
В первом штурме я шел второй группой, до меня шла группа эвакуации. Там 2 человека было, которые просто испугались. Но работала артиллерия, они испугались действительно первый раз на войне. И вот этих вот 2 потом на базе обнулили. Они копали все могилы, их просто расстреляли, все их закопали.
But not only Prigozhin needs Bakhmut. Following a series of inglorious defeats, Vladimir Putin needs Bakhmut too, to raise morale across the military and demonstrate victory to a public already tired of the war. As the Ukrainian expert Ivan Zhdanov suggests, if the Russians take Bakhmut, they will turn it into the capture of Berlin in 1945. Kyiv doesn't want it to happen, and the Ukrainian military is already sending reinforcements towards Bakhmut.
TV Rain has started broadcasting in English. so that you could get news about Russia, the war in Ukraine, and Russian society directly from the source.
Russia's military is unable to stop Ukrainian forces.
The Kremlin's newest propaganda target is now the LGBT community.
TV Rain channel has been shut down in Russia many times. The last one happened at the beginning of March, when the war started.
Мы временно приостанавливаем работу телеканала.
We survived, started working from Europe, and now we are watched by millions of people every day, for whom we are the only TV station that tells the truth about the war. Subscribe to our English channel TV Rain Newsroom on YouTube.